Dear listeners, it was a real joy for my co-writer to recently cross paths with two incredible women who work with Elijah Rising, a powerful organization right here in Houston that has been doing life-changing work for years. Founded in 2012 as a simple prayer gathering, Elijah Rising began with one mission: to end sex trafficking in our city. At a time when women and girls across Houston were being bought and sold, there was very little public awareness, very little outcry. So they chose to act. But before we go further, let's pause and name something clearly. What is human trafficking? Human trafficking is the exploitation of people through force, fraud, or coercion for the purpose of labor or sex. It is modern-day slavery. It does not always look like chains or locked doors. Sometimes it looks like manipulation, threats, false promises, or someone taking advantage of vulnerability, poverty, youth, immigration status, or a need for love and belonging. Sex trafficking, in particular, involves individuals being compelled or controlled into commercial sex acts. And here is something many people don't realize. It is not just happening in faraway places. It is happening in cities like ours. It is happening in neighborhoods we drive through every day. That's where Elijah Rising stepped in with boldness and clarity. They created van tours, intentional, guided experiences that take people through areas of Houston known to be hotspots for trafficking. These tours are not about spectacle. They are about awareness. They help people see what has too often been ignored, connecting the dots between what we think we know and what is actually happening. My co-writer has volunteered with Elijah Rising in the past and describes it as deeply aligned work, purposeful, eye-opening, and rooted in real impact. It is the kind of work that changes not just communities, but the hearts of the people who serve. And here is something important, dear listeners. They are still doing those van tours today, which means the opportunity is still there to learn, to witness, and to act. If you ever get the chance, consider volunteering. Consider showing up, because awareness is where change begins, but action is what carries it forward. Dear listeners, once again, we see a community rising up to meet a need that could no longer be ignored, not waiting for someone else to fix it, but stepping in, educating others, and protecting the vulnerable. Let this be a reminder. We all have a role to play, whether it is learning more, supporting organizations, or simply refusing to look away. Because when one part of our community is suffering in silence, it calls for the rest of us to find our voice. Thank you for listening. You can find us on Facebook and other platforms for many more emerging stories. Sometimes we post several times a day. Let us know what stories you would like to hear. Grant thy favor, subscribe, say hello, and return for the next tidings of the realm.